Early one morning, the sky blushed with soft pink and gold as the sun peeked over the hills of Greenfield Valley. Inside a grand house on the edge of the ranch, a little girl named Lily sat by her bedroom window, her big brown eyes fixed on the horses grazing in the field. She was just 6 years old, and though she couldn't walk her spirit, oh, it was wilder than any horse. "Lily, sweetie, are you awake?" Her mother, Elena, stepped in quietly, carrying a tray with warm cocoa and fresh cookies. The smell wrapped around the room like a hug. Lily turned her wheelchair with practiced ease and smiled. "Mommy, look at Storm," she whispered, pointing to a tall golden-colored horse standing apart from the others. "He looks sad today, like he knows something bad is coming." Elena froze. Storm, the most dangerous horse on the ranch, known to throw riders, kick down gates, and never let anyone near. But Lily had always felt a strange connection with him. Before Elena could answer, heavy footsteps echoed down the hall. In walked Victor, her husband, cold, sharp, and always in a suit that cost more than most people made in a year. "Why aren't you dressed yet?" he snapped. "The investors arrive in 2 weeks. I can't have delays because of this." His eyes flickered to Lily's wheelchair. Elena stepped in front of her daughter. "She just woke up, Victor." "This house needs order," he said, tightening his tie. "Not fairy tales about horses and little girls." Lily looked down, her fingers twisting the edge of her pajamas, holding back tears. "I'll get ready fast, Daddy," she whispered. Victor left without another word. Once he was gone, Elena knelt beside her daughter, holding her small hands. "You're not a delay, Lily. You're not a problem. You're perfect." Lily smiled, but her eyes were full. "It's okay, Mommy. Daddy just wants everything to be perfect." Elena's heart broke a little more. Later that day, she overheard Victor talking to Jake, a ranch hand with a dark past and quiet eyes. They were whispering near the stables about adjusting the saddle and timing the accident during the big rodeo. Elena's blood turned to ice, and then a small voice came from the hallway. "Mommy?" It was Lily in her wheelchair, her face pale. "I saw Jake. He was cutting the straps on my chair and on Storm's saddle." Elena pulled her close. "We'll stop it. Baby, we'll stop it." But who could they trust? That night, Elena called the sheriff. And 2 brave kids, Lily and Miguel, a boy who helped around the ranch, snuck into the stables with an old phone. They took pictures of the cut ropes, the hidden tools, the broken wheels on Lily's chair. Every click of the camera felt like a heartbeat. The next morning, storm clouds gathered in the sky. Victor arrived at the stables, ready to make his plan real. Jake led Storm into the arena, the horse kicking and roaring, sensing danger. "No!" Lily shouted, rolling her chair into the stable. "I know what you're doing, Daddy." Victor's face twisted. "You've been spying? It's over, Victor." Elena yelled, stepping in. "We have proof. The sheriff knows." Victor laughed, cold and empty. "The sheriff's out of town, and by the time he gets back, it'll be too late." But then a deep voice cut through the rain. "Is that so?" It was Mr. Calloway, the most respected ranch owner in the valley, standing at the stable door with Miguel beside him. "I've seen the photos," he said. "I've heard the truth. And I've just seen your daughter walk into a stall with the most dangerous horse in the state and calm him with just her voice." Victor stepped back. "She has a gift," Mr. Calloway continued, "and you were going to destroy it because you were ashamed?" Jake dropped the reins. "I can't do this," he said, tears in his eyes. "That little girl, she gave me food when I was hungry. She smiled at me when no one else did. I can't hurt her." Victor lunged forward, but before he could reach Lily, Storm reared up, huge and powerful, and stepped between them. His hooves pounded the ground, his eyes locked on Victor. The man fell back, stunned. Mr. Calloway pulled out his phone. "My wife just called the sheriff. He's on his way. And by the end of the day, every ranch in the state will know what you tried to do." Then he looked at Elena. What if this ranch became something else? What if it became a place of healing? Elena blinked. "A place for kids like Lily?" "Yes," Mr. Calloway said. "For children who need hope and horses who need love." Lily reached out and touched Storm's nose. "You're not scary," she whispered. "You're just misunderstood." Weeks passed. The rodeo never happened. Instead, Hope Meadows opened its gates, a therapy ranch where children with disabilities learn to ride, to trust, to believe in themselves. Miguel stayed on, now living in the ranch house, training to be a vet. Jake, after serving his time, returned to help rehabilitate rescued horses. And Victor? He was allowed to visit. One morning, he stood at the gate, thinner, quieter, his pride gone. Lily rolled up to him. "Hi, Daddy." He fell to his knees. "I'm so sorry, Lily. I was so wrong." She hugged him. "It's okay. Everyone deserves a second chance." And then something incredible happened. With special equipment, Lily was lifted onto Storm's back, not for a rodeo, not for show, but for freedom. As they walked in a slow circle, the crowd stood in silence. Children in wheelchairs, parents with tears in their eyes. Even Victor wept. "This place," Lily said into the microphone, "isn't about what we can't do. It's about what we can. It's about love that doesn't care about wheels or scars or past mistakes." The sun broke through the clouds. A rainbow stretched across the sky. And in that moment, everyone knew this wasn't just a ranch. It was a miracle. Months later, families came from all over. Kids who never spoke began to laugh. Kids who never stood took their first steps. And Lily? She became a teacher, a leader, a light. One evening, as the stars blinked awake, she sat beside Storm. "You know, friend," she whispered, "the best things come from broken places." He nuzzled her gently like a promise. And so, we end this story not with fear, but with hope. Because no matter how dark the plan, love always finds a way. Moral of the story: true strength isn't in power or pride. It's in compassion, courage, and the choice to forgive. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Tell us what part of the story touched your heart the most. Until next time, stay kind.